In. Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Nice to finally meet you, Francis.
Nice to meet you as well.
Bobby with ADP.
Uh-huh.
I want to thank you for your time today, first of all. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, we are busy these days. There's no doubt about it, but not a problem.
Sure. So we agreed to 10 minutes. Does that still work for you?
Yeah, that works for me perfectly.
Okay, cool. So just right away here, I visited your website just to kind of do a little research, and I saw that you spent some time in Italy at a gelato university to get this
Yeah,
thing
exactly. That's my family and I had traveled to Italy.
Sure.
And we just fell in love with the gelato. The gelato shops are essentially on every corner. And I thought, well, you know what, that we could take that flavor and that idea, that business model here to the U.S. And so I went back for 3 months and actually learned how to make gelato. So
Yeah, that's really cool. I was
Yeah.
really interested in that. I didn't know they had gelato universities.
Yeah, no, I know exactly. Well, actually, McDonald's is a hamburger, you know.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So anyway, so it's been great fun, and it's just been really busy ever since. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
every day is just another challenge, another something else to do. Lots of balls in the air simultaneously.
Okay, well, I don't want to waste any of your time then,
Sure.
so I'll kind of tell you a little bit about ADP, what we do.
Okay.
We are a payroll human capital management company.
Okay.
What we kind of try to do best is connect payroll, HR management, and benefits administration into one easy application.
Oh, how
And
interesting.
Yeah, so small business is our specialty. We work with over 400,000 small businesses across the country. We have 18 million users across the world. And I think last year we rated #1 by Security Magazine as far as payroll goes.
Really?
So yeah, we're really doing well too.
Yeah, right.
So I kind of want to just get started here and ask you a little bit about what you guys do.
Sure, that'd be fine.
So I also saw on your website that you have 3 locations currently. Is that correct?
We do. We have 3 different stores. So we've got. I've got a store manager at each store. I've actually got a floating store manager as well.
Okay. And then you guys are kind of interested in franchising your expansion? a little bit?
Actually, we just hired the first non-family member at the executive level. You know, there's myself, my sister actually Dorothy takes care of HR and marketing, and my brother Steve is involved in the production. But we just hired Frank to do franchise relations because honestly, I have a really big commitment to quality, and I
Sure.
realize there's only so much I individually can do, or even my family members. So if we're going to really expand, we need to sort of loosen up the reins a little bit and go for a
Right.
franchise model. So Frank is going to handle that for us.
So is that a little bit of a concern for you, kind of moving outside of the family then?
Sure, it is. Yeah, it is. It's our first foray into that. But you know, I think
Right.
we hired well with Frank. So time will tell.
So he'll do some good stuff
Right,
for you. Okay.
right.
So how have you currently handled your hiring process so far?
Well, my experience, you know, really the most recent one was, of course, hiring Frank. You know,
Sure.
and it just really did suck up a lot of time. There's no doubt
Okay.
about it. Between recruiting and reviewing all the resumes, and as I said, you know, one of our core values is to have a really high standard, high
Right.
quality, and so we want to make sure that the staff reflects that as well. So we were very careful about, you know, trying to do the best we could in terms of background checks, make sure we had the right sort of person. But sure took a lot of time, I can assure you.
So do you think that kind of came from just managing a whole lot of resumes coming through at once, or?
Yep. As I said, it
Okay.
just sucked up a lot of our time, no doubt about
Okay.
it.
Did you try to handle the most of that, or was it a kind of?
Well, it was a sort of a joint effort between myself and Dorothy.
Okay. Okay. So moving like when you start hiring, you know, a lot of employees as far as, you know, just people to run your store,
Right.
just kind of your mid workers, do you think that's going to be?
Yeah, you know, even those stores we have now, you know, we have a lot of part-time employees. It does take up a lot of time. There's no doubt about
Okay.
it. You know.
Do you have a system in place to kind of handle that at all?
No, kind of seat of the pants at this point.
Okay. Just, I mean, you've been successful so far, so I'm
Right.
sure it's
Right.
not too.
Well, it's been manageable because of the size, but as
Yeah,
we get bigger,
but-
it becomes more challenging.
Do you plan on going out of state then? I know you're currently
With the
still in
franchise, I
Georgia.
really think that's the opportunity we have, and
Okay.
since we've really been so successful in Atlanta, I'm going to guess I'm thinking, I haven't really confirmed this with Frank, but our first foray would probably be into Florida.
Okay.
You know, there's just a lot of major metropolitan areas, and
Sure.
a lot of people from the up the and down the East Coast that might be familiar with gelato, so I think that'll be a good place to
Probably
go.
tastes pretty good on a hot summer
Yeah,
day down there
exactly,
too.
exactly.
Okay. So are you concerned with, you know, tax laws at all? And
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
they're a pain in my neck right now in just Georgia, so I can imagine, and I'm certain different states have different requirements, and you know, I haven't thought that far ahead, but
Right.
you're absolutely right. It's going to be an issue we're going to have to deal with.
Sure, certainly. Well, as far as, you know, ADP goes, HR is our specialty, and obviously, you know, that's a pretty big concern for you so far.
Right.
A big part of what we do is HR management, and we have on our application a support system where you have a huge breadth of information as far as HR goes, and if you have any questions that aren't answered in the application, then we have a 24/7 support system that basically you can call at any time of the day and they'll answer any question you have.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know, we just don't work a 9 to 5 day here.
No,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, very few small companies are. I can imagine that. You know,
Yeah,
so
I mean, especially with the rapid
right,
expansion that you're
right,
gonna
right.
have to be dealing with.
It sounds, you know, interesting, but you know, honestly, we're such a small little company. A big company like ADP, I mean, I'm sure it would be very expensive. Is it really costly?
Yeah, price is something, but as far as what today goes, I just kind of want to focus on what your problems are, what your concerns are going
Okay.
forward in the future, and I think that if we are to move forward at all, we're going to be able to put together a plan that is not only cost efficient for you,
Okay.
but provides value and peace of mind for you moving forward in the future, so you don't have to worry about hiring all sorts of people and all that kind of thing, and you can really focus on what's important,
Okay.
which is growing your business, and we'll
Yeah,
be able
that
to
is what we like. I
we'll
like
be able
the
to
best.
handle the tedious
Yeah, the
small
mundane, the
details.
behind the scenes. That's
which-
it's just not a lot of fun.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to be out. I know you're a pretty hands-on person. I can
Right.
kind of tell that now, and you want to be in the front of the store, just
Absolutely.
working on everything. You don't want to
Exactly.
worry about that other
Right.
stuff.
Right.
So another thing that we focus on, as I mentioned earlier, is payroll. How do
Mhm.
you guys currently handle that?
Well, we have a time and attendance software. It's called QuickTime,
Okay.
and that integrates with QuickBooks, which is why we're handling our accounting systems right now. And my sister Dorothy mostly handles that.
Okay. So how does she kind of feel? Do you know about that?
You
whole
know, well,
system?
I know she complains about it a lot.
Okay.
You know, I'm not really sure how much time it takes, but I know that she does an awful lot of complaining about it. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say it's too much time as far as
Too much
she's
time?
concerned. Right.
Is that kind of her biggest complaint? Is that it's time
Just very
inefficient or-
timely. Yeah. Well, I did hear. You know, the QuickTime is actually you can log in from anywhere, and we like that because it was really
Sure.
easy and accessible and simple to use. But I just heard last week we had an issue with somebody was running late, and they called their friend, and they had them log in. So the good thing is that you can log in from anywhere, and it makes it easy. The bad thing is that you can log in from anywhere.
So buddy punching is kind of what we like to call
Oh
that.
yeah,
so.
I wasn't familiar with the term, but that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. And now I'm a little concerned because I don't know how prevalent this is.
And especially moving forward, if you're hiring people that you don't know,
Exactly.
I can see
exactly.
where that would be a problem.
Right. Right.
Okay, well, with ADP, we have the simplicity and the security. That
Mhm.
is another one of our big boasting points. I don't mean to kind of get on that, but what we do is we have something where you can log in from anywhere with a biometric fingerprint secure system. So you have to actually put your finger.
Oh, kind of sci-fi.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little futuristic, but
Right, right.
it's more simple than it sounds. It's actually pretty easy to use, and like your biggest praise for QuickTime was that you can use it anywhere, and we actually have that as well.
Oh, that's good to know.
So
Oh,
moving
that's
forward,
very interesting. You know.
yeah. So moving forward, that would be something that you could still feel
Right, right,
safe about.
right.
So I know I've given you a lot of information
Right.
to take in, and I don't want to waste any more of your time.
Sure,
so
that's fine.
is there any reason that we can't see us moving forward at all, or?
Well, you certainly piqued my interest in a lot of different ideas, but I would have to talk to Dorothy.
Sure.
I want to chat with her about this, and probably would need to get some more information. So, I'd have to talk to her before
Okay,
we
I do
went
have
further.
some takeaway information
Okay.
that I can, some packets of information you guys can kind of review together.
Okay, that
and then
sounds
maybe if we were to set up another meeting, she could even come in and I'd be able to give you a full-on presentation of our product.
Well, that sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Is next Tuesday work for you at all?
Yeah, actually, next Tuesday will work fine then.
Okay, awesome. I have a business card for you here.
All right.
And if you have
Thanks
any
very much.
concerns, you can just shoot me an email, call me. I'll be available anytime.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
All right, take care.